If you're watching this video, chances are you're interested in investing. My advice to you, forget about it. Invest your money in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. The one that Vanguard has, for example, is really good. Contribute regularly to it and make it a habit of depositing, some money every month, maybe 10% of your paycheck, for example, if you can afford, 5% if you can't afford, putting 10% of your paycheck into it every month, contribute regularly and reinvest the dividends and let the money grow. If you're thinking of investing, by purchasing stocks individually, buying and holding like my approach is as a value investor, chances are you're not going to do very well unless you're truly dedicated towards investing, in the sense that you really have to dedicate your life towards it. I mean, you have to read dozens of books on the subject. You have to study accounting seriously. You have to watch videos, lectures, and you pretty much have to take it as a profession like anything else. So don't think for 1 second that you can simply read a book or watch a video and somehow become some sort of expert in investing. This is probably, I would say, investing well, being able to beat the S&P 500 is pretty much as difficult as quantum physics. So unless you're willing to, actually learn and study and be diligent and become almost entrepreneurial in your approach, in the sense that you look at investing as almost like a full-time career that takes 30, 40 hours of your time every week, whether it's research or, reading and learning and education, forget about it. Right. So this video is meant to discourage you from investing actively. I think for the vast majority of people, probably 99%, and chances is the same for you, the viewer, you should forget entirely about picking stocks or investing actively. I think the chances of you being successful at it, if you dedicate yourself vigorously, like I say, 30 to 40 hours every single week at research and learning and so on, I think you can be relatively successful. Even 20 to 30 hours per week, I think you could be successful, provided that you have the appropriate strategies and knowledge and attitude. But if you don't and don't have that time to dedicate, forget about it. I seriously think that people should admit to themselves what they're good at and what they're not, what they have time for and what they don't. And I think for the vast majority of people, investing in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund is the way to go. But if you are interested in investing and you think that you have the time and it's something that does really interest you and you love and are passionate about like I am, then I encourage you to pursue it full-time. And it really does make a big difference in terms of the amount of money that you'll have after a 40-year period. I mean, if you're a good investor, you'll probably have 10 to 100 times more money than somebody who invests in S&P 500 index fund. But if you're bad at investing, you won't have anything. So it's all about your willingness to dedicate yourself to the craft, basically, or the method, as I like to call it. If you want to be a good value investor, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes skill. It's not something that you can do in 1 week or even a month or probably even a year. It's something that you're going to have to really study and develop, just like if you wanted to become a good surgeon or a quantum physicist. I mean, you cannot learn quantum physics in a month. It will take you probably to learn quantum physics, at least 3 to 4 years of diligent study before you become competent, right? Not even really good. And it's the same thing with investing. I mean, it'd be very arrogant to say that you can become an expert on something in a week or a month or after reading a book or watching a handful of Warren Buffett videos. So don't lose your money by being too confident in your own abilities. Really be diligent in your studies if you decide this is something that you want to dedicate yourself to. Take it on as an entrepreneurial sort of spirit and approach, and look at it as a career that you're taking on, investing your own money and perhaps money for your family and friends if they are so inclined and you're sufficiently skilled. And so really the point of this video in summary is know thyself. Do you have the time? Do you have the passion? And then ultimately, have you developed enough of knowledge and skills? And really, ultimately, do you have the personality for it? Do you have the mindset and the psychology to be able to withstand, let's say, market fluctuations or changes in stock prices? If you are passionate, you are interested, you have the time, and you have the right personality and intelligence, then go ahead, study. Be diligent. Approach it like something that you're serious about and become the best you can be. Otherwise, forget about it. It's either you go balls deep or you don't do it at all. So decide what you're going to do. Either dedicate yourself, work 20, 30 hours a week at your investing skills and study and research and so on, or forget about it. Don't think that you can read, a book or two and somehow you're going to be an expert. You're not. Okay, you're not. So know thyself. Decide what it is that you want to do. Stick to it. Go for it. But first and foremost, you got to decide who you are and what you want to be. If you want to be good at investing, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes skills, and it takes a lot of reading, and it takes persistency. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe.